on my other networks. We are multicasting today. Chilka in the building. New York represents. Stand up. Chilka in the building, all from New York. Hey, what up, Maya? What's up, everybody? If y'all just tuning in, man, we had an amazing night last night. You know, for those of you who couldn't make it, I'm sorry. But for those of you who could, I know y'all had a good time with me last night. We really had a good time. Had an opportunity to lend my conversation to a couple different situations. I see you, Savannah. What up? Let me do this. I'm doing a little magic over here. Y'all can't see it, but I'm working the lanes. Who we got? What up? My cousin Darius in here in the building. What up? How's the baby, man? How's everything going? I was gonna call you last month, man. A couple different situations. I was gonna give you a ring last month because I wanted to talk to you about something, but I'll hit you up about it later. This ain't the time or the place, but it's good to see you all in the space. Hey, so hopefully y'all can hear this. How I sent you a DM and you liked it. Yeah, I know, Maya. It was a good one. All right, go see the patients. Take care of the people. Take care of the family. Chilka, we'll talk soon. What's up from the DMV? Yo, if you're live on my TikTok, city and location. City and location. Same with you guys that are on my Instagram. City and location. Where y'all from, man? I want to know who I'm rocking with. Wanna know, yo. I wanna know, yo. Who I'm rocking with. Yeah, I wanna see. How you going? All right, Detroit, Michigan. What up, though, Ms. Michelle? Las Vegas, beautifully broken. Yeah, you know I just left there, didn't you? Yeah, you know that. I think most of y'all know that already. I just left Vegas for Usher's birthday. It was all over TMZ. You know what I'm saying? All the events and the mayhem that we caused or whatever. DJ Dub said he just roaming. Okay. Eugene, Oregon. How about that? Oregon. I said Oregon. What up, Sonny? Tuffy. Yeah, Tuffy been rocking with me, man. I gotta give Tuffy a shout out. Gotta give Tuffy a shout out. Tuffy been rocking with me, man. He been with me in different spaces and places. Rose is in Brooklyn, New York. What up, son? So listen, I tried to label the room a quickie because I'm sticking and moving today. I'm headed to the gym in a little bit, but I wanted to get on. You know what I'm saying? I know some people was looking for me. Yesterday I had an amazing night. I actually lent my voice to a couple different TikTok lives, and it was real interesting. And it was one I might want to jump on tonight. There's one I might jump on tonight that I think would be real interesting. It's called. It was like a joning room. You know what I'm saying? Where they were talking about it. I'm feeling okay, Ms. Michelle. I'm sweating like it's nobody's business. I can't tell you why, but my metabolism is up, so that has everything to do with everything. But last night I joined a couple different lives. Let me just do a rundown and a recap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about Kanye West today at this point. Maybe some other time during tonight we'll get into the Kanye West conversation. But there you go. I see he said sticking the movie. Yeah, I was sticking the movie, bro. We'll get into the Kanye West conversation and the new change from the companies not supporting him to Farrakhan coming out publicly, standing in front of his brother and supporting him. We can get into that a little bit later. But so last night, the first night I went to, Tuffy, I think you were with me with a couple of the events. Last night, the first room that I went into was the room about are trans women. That was the first room that I went into, and it's always fiery. I've seen that room, that live before. You did it, Tasha. You downloaded the book on MLK. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting read. Maya said that live yesterday had me mad. They kept interrupting you and acting like you were the wrong one. I know, and that's what that conversation. And I was prepared for that in those rooms. And if y'all have noticed, at night more rooms are popping up about sexuality. And it's super duper crazy. But the topic they had was, are trans women? And the obvious answer is no. We know that the fact that you're using the word trans already means transition. It's just change. So it's not the original. And they went as far as to talk about the chromosome setup. And all I could say to them was, look, man, when you are born, you are what you are, and that's what you're going to be for the rest of your life. Yeah, them night rooms be it's demon hours for real. So they didn't like that. Of course, they didn't like the fact that I'm a man that I stand on biology and I stand on the way that things are. Right. I'm not dreaming about how things are. Things are what they are. You are born. Yes, when you are in the womb and your body is and your sperm is trying to figure things out. Absolutely, you are going to have different. Your chromosomes are figuring things out, but once they figure things out and you are exiting the womb, you are physically a boy or a girl when you exit the womb. And so they didn't want to hear that, and it's not debatable. I mean, because it's life, but they wanted to debate the issue of, well, what is a woman? Look at the definition. And then when I gave them, they gave me some definition, and that's the other part. They gave some definition out of some book, but when I looked it up, I did a Google search on the on woman, and it kind of it eliminated one of their talking points. One of their talking points was of or relating to, and I'm like, no, that don't sound right, and that's why I went and looked it up myself, and it says of or denoting the what a woman is that she can bear have eggs and all that. And so I said to them, I was like, yo, well, do you have eggs? Then how you gonna be a woman? And then one of the other girls tried to attack and say, well, you can get them inserted and all that. But then again, I keep saying that's not the original, yo, it's still the remix. They thought the word justified them being a woman, and I'm like, the word don't make you. And that's what I said to Ms. Michelle. Y'all can't have babies, so you tripping. You can't procreate. So of course they kicked me down. But the irony, I'm gonna tell you why they kicked me down. And I don't know if y'all could see this on y'all end. I don't know if y'all could see this on y'all end, Tashi and Maya, that the audience was giving me gifts. Like they was buying crazy gifts. You know what I'm saying? I was the one on the panel. I had only been on there for a little bit, but I had like 700 gifts, and nobody else on that panel, not the host nor the two guests that she already had on there, had it. None of them. So I kind of think that played a role in why she wanted to get me off the stage really quickly. There were so many people supporting the conversation that I was introducing to people and the logic that I was speaking with, that I think it upset her or him or it or they or whatever. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that properly. I know that was a dude, so him, it upset him. And I hate the fact that they tread so much on words versus reality. You know what I mean? It's one of those conversations that you really can't dive deep into because you're talking to somebody who isn't seeing things clearly. Like it's like arguing, I don't want to say lunatic, but it's like arguing with somebody who doesn't have all the facts straight, but they're hell bent on what they do have. You know what I'm saying? You can see numbers up, look like a coin on viewer side. Yeah. So I was getting gifted a whole lot because I was, they appreciated that conversation. It is a mental illness. I'm sorry. It is. And they didn't want to hear that part of the conversation. They kept deflecting, and they have a routine. So they got a little gang of them that get together and they have these conversations, but they had a routine on how they wanted to present and how they wanted to, no man, they act like they wanted to invite men on stage to have the dialogue, but they don't want to have it. They just want to talk about the meaning of the word and the meaning of the word. And I'm like, yo, y'all are tripping. So that was the first room. Second room, I did not join the room. I was just chilling, and I stumbled across this room. Sometimes y'all got to do this, man. Y'all just got to go through y'all For You page and just kind of stare at things for a minute. I joined a room that was about joning. They was roasting each other. And listen, I may join that room tonight and get into the roast. I'm telling you, I was roasting these fools so bad from the audience. It was ridiculous. Like, when the audience is commenting and laughing at your comments more than they're laughing at the comments of the people that are up top. Like, I was going in. I was trying to get them to pull me on stage because I had something ready. Like, each one of them dudes was characters. The host is a character. I don't even want to talk about it because I'm gonna talk about him tonight. Sometimes I have to let loose and roast people, and I don't know if I ever told y'all, but I have done stand-up comedy before. And so I just know, I know when what I see in front of me when I'm about to roast somebody, like people don't understand if y'all think that the way that I think about life and all these social things that are going on. If y'all think that is outside the box, y'all have no idea when it comes to roasting people where my head goes. Red said there's an article I read about there being a small village in New Guinea where people start off as females turn to male. Yeah, I mean that's still not, you know what I'm saying? That's still not like a thing in terms of that's what on some human stuff. That's them probably doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll look it up though because it's worth doing it. Shout out to all the men that think they have ovaries. I know, right? Yeah, I am a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? Beautifully broken. And I think that when people, that's not an insult either. I know you mean that in an awesomely dope way, but actually the actual meaning of it is a dope compliment to people who have multiple gifts. Genetic mutation that's only them. Yeah, you can't believe that, Red. Like, nowhere on earth are certain things just isolated like that. Well, then again, yes, there are. There are some places where only certain fruit grow. There's places where only certain animals can survive, that kind of thing. So I want to look at it. You know what I mean? No, but the saying goes, jack of all trades, master of none, but still a jack of all trades, master better than one. Yeah, that's the and I'll look it up again just so y'all can hear it correctly. What up, Letitia? I didn't even see you jumped in, and then I see DJ Dub had jumped in over there. I'm gonna give y'all that quote correctly because y'all, I think that some people use it as a weapon against people. You know, they be like, "Oh, you just doing too many things." Jack, let me see. Jack of all trades, master of none. All right, so it says jack of all trades, master of none. Man, it went to the wrong one. It went to Wikipedia, and that's gonna give me. Okay, no, there it goes. Full quotation. So here it says the second line, but often, so jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than master of one. That's the whole thing. Ooh, hermaphrodites. Yeesh. I don't want to get into that. So that second room was a roasting room, and I thought it was super, super dope. I enjoyed, you know, it's funny because they think they know what's funny, right? That was the interesting part, is that they thought they knew what was funny. And that's what you should do, Tashi. Always flirt with your interest. Tashi said, I do too much. I will try anything at least once if it sparks my interest. Make sure you guys are doing that. If you're not doing that, you're not living. You know what I'm saying? You're denying yourself. Try everything. Be a why not. Y'all should write that down somewhere. Don't be a why. You know, some people be like, why am I gonna do this? Why? No, be a why not. Be a why not. Meaning, hey, you want to do that? Why not? You know, if it's not going to harm you, or if the risk factor is calculated, like it's not going to be crazy, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not do that? That's kind of my thing. Like, I got something in the back of my head that I might be doing in next weekend here in Atlanta, but I'm not really sure yet. You know what I'm saying? There's a part of me that's a little bit nervous, and then there's a part of me that's like F it. You know what I'm saying? There's a part of me like, whatever. What's the worst that can happen is you know what I'm saying? It could go south, but that ain't gonna change my life, you know what I'm saying, in such a dramatic way. It ain't gonna make people be like, dang, man. So there's a part of me that's really like on the edge, you know what I'm saying? There's an exciting part that I have right now, super excited about doing it, and then there's this nervous part, and you need both of them. That's right. That's part that's playing in my head too, DJ Dubs. Like, why not? There has to be, for anything that you want to do, there's going to be anxiety, and there's going to be anxiousness, and there's going to be, you're going to have some fear and butterflies. Those are all natural. You have to do it, and you got to conquer it, and you got to get out there and do what you are destined to do. Because the one thing that you don't want to do is say, I should have done that. You know what I mean? Maya said, I need a YouTube channel and go argue with people in public. She said debate. She changed it to debate. But people don't want to debate me because of the way I think about certain things. You know what I'm saying? If it's not logical, you know what I'm saying? If it's not logical, then there's no winning. You can't beat logic. Logic just makes too much sense. But that second room was real interesting. Now, the room that kept me up the longest last night, and you know, we can blame them. What was the young lady's name? LaFleur. LaFleur, and then this kid named Philly, and this kid named what was the last kid's name? Hoover. Real innocent innocent, big teddy bear kind of kid. You can tell that that he had special needs or whatnot, but he was really, really cool. Y'all ever run across a kid that's he's a big kid. You could tell he's probably about 6. He's like a big teddy bear, but you know what I'm saying. But he's special needs. He was super cool, man. The innocence that was still in him was endearing. You know what I'm saying? Like it made your heart warm just hearing him communicate. What up, Alien? Just hearing him talk, it just made you feel good. Like, yo, man, all right, thanks, Hoover. You know what I mean? It's like one of those. Like he's so innocent that you want to make sure that nobody, you won't let nobody bully him. It's one of those. You know what I'm saying? And so that was, that was the room at the time. And the young lady, when I joined, they didn't really have a topic or anything like that. What up, Pete? But what they did have was open ears, and they were probably like 2019, 2021, and it was super, super dope, man. Being able to share with them, and it just showed me how much, we got a great space here, right? But we absolutely have to spread it around. We got to be in places that this conversation and our level of intellect isn't. We got to be in those places because those kids want to hear those conversations. Hold on one second. Let's go. Out. All right. But we got to be in those spaces. What I realized last night in having this conversation with them, it was really, really dope. You could hear they were asking tons of questions. It was like myocarditis. That was from yesterday, Tuffy. Yep. But the conversation that we had yesterday was eye-opening. And it's funny too. Remember that earlier yesterday, we were having a conversation about, family and children and youth and all that kind of stuff. What up, boss lady? Yeah, if long time no see, that's on you. Booyah. So the conversation started with them asking questions. They were very curious about like relationship stuff. Like they asked, it was just really, really one of those fulfilling conversations. Like typically what we have in here, where we uncover things and our conversation goes many different directions, and you walk out of here with your appetizer, your main course, and your appetizer, your salad, your main course, and then dessert, and then your coffee afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Or your tea or whatever drink that you have to settle what you just ate. But that's what that was last night, man. And it made me realize like we got work to do. Even in the conversation, the antennas going up in their curiosity and what do they want, the questions they were asking and, what they wanted to know about life. What up, yours truly? It was open. It was good. I was full. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are, you guys bring so much to the table in a conversation that we be having, man, that I very rarely ever have to seek outside conversation. You know what I'm saying? I very rarely have to go to other channels or other lives to get anything back. You guys give a lot, you know what I mean? But when I had the opportunity to hang out with them, I realized like we got to spread ourselves around. This conversation, you guys go join some lives, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get on these stages and have these conversations. You know what I mean? Bring that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? To these other lives, because they need it. Because when I'm watching and listening to these people talk, like I'm like, yo, y'all don't get it. Now there have been times I've joined lives and I have not been able to get on the stage. That doesn't matter. Your voice is in the audience when you text. And unfortunately, like those rooms that be, lit 800, 900 people and the scrolling feature is going crazy. Those are, you just gotta say, hey, I'm gonna drop a comment. But if you have to remember, it doesn't take you influencing the whole live, but if you influence one or two people, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to change or influence the mindset of one person, if you're able to open their minds up to a new concept or a new idea, that's all it takes is just one. You can't move everybody at once. You just need one. And so you got to give yourself one person at a time. That was kind of what, if y'all had seen my the beginning of my bio when I first started on TikTok, it said gaining gaining followers one person at a time. I had no idea, that it would turn into what it turned into. But I really just, again, one person at a time, man. One person every day is 300 people in a year. And if you're dedicated, you can get 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 people, and then that, and change the dynamic on everything. But yeah, so I even opening this room today was kind of funny because I just wanted to I just wanted to jump on for a minute, right? And and it said it wouldn't let me type in the word quick and the letter Y after it. It wouldn't let me put it all together. So if y'all look at the name of the room, I say, "Are you down for a quick?" And then I put the letter E, and they wouldn't let me open the room. Like I couldn't even open the room with that spelling. So on Instagram, it let me do it. On Instagram, it says, "Quickie, you down or no?" And I know people that are coming in from Instagram are probably thinking like, "Yo, would you, are you, would you stand for something?" They probably think I'm talking about something sexual, but I'm not. Excuse me. So today is gonna be kind of sticking, like I said, sticking and moving. Yeah, Tashi, like it matters. You know what I'm saying? We had, even with me, and I agree, I need to do the same thing when it comes to posting. I go live a lot, but man, I stopped posting, like I used to post. And I think it's important that you have an even balance of those things. What up, Icy? You have to have both. You give your insights, and it doesn't even take a lot. On TikTok, man, you could just run some music, pose a little bit or whatever, and move around or whatever, and then type type on top of it what you want people to know about, how you feel about what you posted. Just that simple. You've seen people go viral, and some people use the same music over and over again. The TikTok is kind of simple. You just got to be consistent with it. Especially with the background of eat in them lips. It says bite to eat. Oh, my fault. You know what? That's funny. True story. Let me swap that out for that one. Now you can see it. It says bite to eat. Should I lower it, y'all, or is that good? Is that a good height? I know on Instagram it looks great. Like none of the words or anything interrupt the banner in the back. But what about on TikTok? Are the words interrupting the banner? Should I do? Let me see something. Let me see if I gotta, or should I do it like that? Nope. That, nope. That, nope. Nope. That's the one. I thought I had one where it was where the background was darker. Laura, we only see eat in them lips. Oh, that's funny. All right, yeah. So I'll work on that. You know what I'm saying? And a couple other backdrops to do. It says bite to eat, bite in turquoise, bite to, and then eat. That's hilarious, man. Yeah, I'll work on that. I'll fix that. Let's get rid of that. Stop sharing that asset. Let's go back there. You know what? Until I fix it, let's get back. Let's do this. Effects off. Until I fix it, let's just do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the background lighting up. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the aesthetic. What I'm creating. It moves to the beat. So some beats is hearing because they're doing construction. Some of it is lighting up because of that. And then actually it's going to the beat of my conversation right now too. Yeah, what up, y'all? So I'm trying to think what my schedule looks like today. I know another partner of mine wants to do a music-based podcast where we discuss the music business. And he and I, we're good. The conversation with us is we debate a lot. And I think that'll be really cool because we give you two sides of the spectrum. I'm trying to see if about getting one more person into that conversation so that if he's yin and I'm yang, then you got to have the scale in the middle to balance it out. So I'm trying to get that balanced person and then we're gonna start rocking out. This won't be the set. I think I'm gonna actually have I'll build out another set for us to converse and and you know, have some really dope conversations. But again, you know, the irony of it is because music and songs and all those things relate to so many different things. I think that it'll be really cool for the dialogue. Y'all know me, man. I like to parallel conversations, and when I say that, I mean, even though we're talking directly in your face about one thing, usually it aligns itself with something else, and I like to point those things out. So it'll be an interesting time because I love music. I'm a music historian. I love breaking down some of the concepts in music and helping people who are unfamiliar with the music industry, as well as music terminology, as well as, you know, what you guys are experiencing, even as you're listening to music and how to dissect music, all those kind of things. I think that would be cool. Tasha said, "Oh my God, I know DJ, that would be perfect." He has DJ with a few artists. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then eventually it may lend itself into having guests come on and chop it up. But for right now, I just want to hold the conversation. I love the space that Joe Budden has kind of curated. Every now and again, they bring in a guest, that kind of thing. But amongst ourselves, we're able to have a conversation that covers a lot of bases. And I want to be self-contained that way, so that if we ever have to travel, ever have to be anywhere, but it's just the you know, and we get this thing going where the three of us or whatever are able to move around and have and keep that dialogue going. Because again, y'all know consistency is at the top of my list. We're heading into November, which is August, September. No, is that right? August. Oh, okay. September, November. So it'll be 3 months coming up, man, that we have been every day live. Yeah, I mean, we all love music. Music calms the savage beast. Music is the thing that connects us globally. You know what I'm saying? Even if we don't have words, we got rhythms and frequencies and sounds. And that's why, you know, I incorporate it in the background, you know what I'm saying? So we could vibe, because it's necessary, you know what I'm saying? And it says things when I don't want to talk, if I want to say, say something, I can just say, with your bad self. You know what I'm saying? And I use the same ones in certain ones because the vibe first and foremost, but these are royalty-free samples or what not loops that I've created from breakbeats that are, you know what I'm saying, that I ain't got to be getting hassled about. What up, Donald? Yeah, I'm shouting out everybody, man. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all hitting the share button. Ooh, our share button is horrible, but it's all good. Again, it's a quickie, so don't worry about it too much, y'all. I did not put a live goal today. I didn't do any of those things today because I'm going to be on a little bit later for a lot longer. So I think around 4:30. I'm going to the gym at 3:30, and then so about 5 actually. I'm probably going to be available for y'all drive home from work. You know what I'm saying? And I may do that as well. Like I may put on some sounds, you know what I'm saying, and just rock y'all with some music or whatever. Things are good, Donald. Yeah, I'm gonna be on later. I don't know if I'm multicasting later. This is why you guys got to get on TikTok. This is why you guys got to get on my YouTube channel. Because honestly, I don't mind multicasting, you know what I'm saying, multi-streaming. But man, I would so much rather, I think I would rather just be on TikTok and YouTube, or I'll set up a schedule. Maybe there's a way I can schedule it. I know my TikTok family's kind of mad at me because this week, I hope y'all are understanding and not really mad at me, but I haven't been on at my early time to do the apple cider vinegar drink with everybody because of, like I said, y'all, if most people know, I had surgery on Monday and I've been off, and it told me I need, give myself 3 to 4 days of chilling and rest and whatnot. So I've been sleeping in and allowing my body to do the healing so that I can get to a day like today where I can actually go to the gym, start back exercising. Yep, my name. What I was excited about is YouTube added this thing called handles, and so YouTube was the only platform that didn't have Dwight_Scrap_Reynolds as the name of the channel. So now I'm branded all across the board. It's branded 1, 2, 3 Dwight_Scrap Reynolds, and I'm excited about the continuity that I've been able to create while building this brand. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all do, man. I know y'all been real patient. Those of you that are here, but again, I noticed I know that people have dedicated a window of spending time with me usually from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 or 10 o'clock to 12. And so I want to make sure that I go back and I honor that time. It's a very doable time. 9 o'clock was the sweet spot. So 9 o'clock may be the time, you know what I'm saying, that we do it. From 9 to 11 is a consistent time where it can be unbothered or whatnot, and I can be consistent. But I like the 8 to 10 slot. I can't front. I like the little bit. 8 to 10 gave me more time after our live to do some other stuff. So I got to balance it out. This is a truly, time management is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, time management is a real thing. Thanks, Ms. Michelle. Miss Michelle on TikTok says, we love your insights. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure that out. Like, it's a very, you don't really, I mean, I guess we all do, more importantly than everything as part of being like consistent is time management. I'm recognizing it more. The more ambitious I'm becoming, the more things I want to do. Yeah, you go live, people will make the time. That part, Tashi, yeah. And I think that what it was I was trying to, and what I am trying to do is knock off the the misnomer that, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to be cocky and be like, I can jump on anytime and everybody show up. I don't want to do that. What I do want to do is set a time and schedule for a consistent portion of my time to be dedicated to you guys. And then the willy-nilliness of my availability will allow for other times to come on. So there's like bonus times, you know what I'm saying? And then we reach and teach and touch more people. So that's kind of where my head is at with that. You know, I'm really kind of putting myself in that position where I think that where we can have this conversation with the whole. I know, Miss Michelle. She says only 24 hours in a day. Yeah, and I'm trying to milk all of it. Really, that was a problem for me, man. Is that I really was avoiding sleep. I would sleep six hours at the most. You know what I mean? No doubt, time management is a necessity, but hard to adhere to all the time. It is truly, like, it's difficult. And we say, you have 24 hours in a day, and I'm not a person who uses a planner or anything like that, but maybe one day I'll script out my day. Like, say, how would I, if I lived in if I had a perfect schedule, what would that look like? And then, I would implore everyone everyone online right now to do that as well. Like, what does your 24 hours look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the best case scenario for your 24 hours? And who would be included in it? Like, mine would start off with waking up at 7:30 maybe, and preparing myself for this live, and get on live from 8 to 10. After 8 to 10 on this live, drinking apple cider vinegar and all that kind of stuff, I would go upstairs and begin my hygiene, as far as brushing my teeth, getting putting things together, making the bed, doing all that kind of stuff. And then that would get me to about 11 o'clock. I probably have pooped by then it'd be time to eat. Yep. If you eat well and care for your body, you will not need 8 hours. True story. The reason why they say 8 hours is because they know people eat poorly and your body needs that much time to digest all the food. Setting a time would be great instead of trying to catch you on, because TikTok doesn't tell you. And Teray, that's why I say, that's why it's like, that is paramount to why you should follow on different networks, because a lot of people saw the YouTube notification go up, because YouTube don't play no games when it comes to, if you subscribe to somebody on YouTube and turn on notifications, YouTube does not play. YouTube will make sure everybody sees that you're on. When it comes to Instagram is kind of willy-nilly with it as well. Instagram is kind of willy-nilly when it comes to, it's the same as here, Beautifully Broken. It's the same, Dwight_Scrap_Reynolds. But there's a shortcut. If you tap on my face and like you're going to follow me on here, it'll pull up Instagram and YouTube. You can just hit the button and it'll take you directly to it. But yeah, that's one of the things that, when it comes to engagement, it's hugely important that that people turn on notifications and turn them on for the availability. A lot of you don't turn on notifications at all. That's why you got to turn it on always for certain people, right? That's why that feature has that degree. It says turn on notifications for sometimes, and then on Instagram it says, well, which notifications do you want? You want the posts, you want the reels, you want the stories, you want when they go live. So I like the fact that they let you be selective on which ones you choose, but my typical ones that I choose are stories, lives, and reels. And usually those will take people to your posts if they're truly interested in, seeing what's going on with you. Like my posts, if you guys on TikTok get a chance to look at them, are very interesting posts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are responses to some of the things that I posted, which I enjoy doing. But you know what? Instagram has the same feature where you can respond to people's posts via video. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just say all that way. In most instances, you won't miss an engagement, an opportunity to engage. And so this is what I was thinking. Right, next week in Atlanta on Saturday, they have an event that I'm thinking about doing, and it has to do with speaking. And I conceptually, my conversation would be about exactly what we're talking about right now. I wrote a book called Social Digital Currency, Billionaire Talk, your social digital currency, your birthright, and how to use it. Because we get online and we get on these platforms and don't understand that the moment that you guys get on a platform, you are a billionaire. You're a billionaire in social digital currency, and you can create the engagement that you guys want. You can create an opportunity to engage with whomever it is. Like for those of you out here looking for love, if there's somebody who interests you, who you've watched their videos and you think you might be a good fit, well, there's a way to get yourself introduced to those people. This is men, women, otherwise. Like there's absolutely a route via social media that you can be introduced to someone. And it starts with what we all do when we get on anybody's pages. We follow them. After you follow them, you turn on the like, you hit the like on a few of their posts. And don't go all crazy, but go 5 or 6 posts that lets people know that you're there. After that, the biggest and next important part is the engagement part. Comment something on their page. Comment something funny, witty, engaging, educational. What up, Philanda? Or most of all, type something memorable. Something that if you're trying to be noticed by your crush, what would you do? What's the parallel on social media to what you would do in person? Would you put a rose in your hair? What would you do or say that would make somebody turn their head and say, oh man, I see you? Because that's all you want to do on social media is you want to put yourself in a position where you are seen. And to allow people to know, I see you too. Like, y'all, when y'all in person, you wink or something, and you smile and let somebody know you're interested. So that's what you're doing. That's the first step. That's the first real step in an engagement. And sometimes, man, you get a response right then. Sometimes somebody, if you type the right thing, I've been known to do it as well. But some of these even huge influencers, it doesn't matter who it is. Like these people could have, 5 million followers. And I'm going to tell you how you have to manage those who have big followers and big engagements. But when they do that, when you say something funny with engagement and they see it, the chances are they're going to respond, especially if it's funny, even if it's just a like or if it's a word. Now, if you show up, now here's the next part. After you comment, you followed, you liked, and you've commented. The next part is important. You turn on notifications. Why do you turn on notifications? Because you want to be the first in their lives. You want to be the first on their stories, responding with a comment, and you want to be the first on their posts. Now imagine this, and I did this, but I have not done it to the point that I want to do it with like a person like Rihanna or somebody like that. Should I ever wanted to reach Rihanna via social media, I would follow her main page, and I turn notifications on to all of her kinds of posts. After that, this is what's most important. You have to pay attention to when they say she's posted something or she's going live. But the minute she posts something, you jump on that page and you be ready to have a really dope comment or question, meaning if she posts something about her Fenty wear, you hit and say, boom, I love this, da 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 da. Will there ever be a different colorway? Immediately she gonna look at that and say, oh man, somebody's asking a really informed question. And and if you know what I'm saying, I love you, of course you got to say something like, hey, I love what I love your designs or whatever. Is there a different colorway, or how do you da 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 da? Now, if you show up on her next 5 or 6 posts and you're in the top 5 to 25 of those posts, because here's the only other thing you're up against. You're only up against the bots. The bots that join those pages and just flood it with comments is the only thing you're up against. But I did this experiment on the Shade Room, and y'all know how them comments go crazy on the Shade Room. I turned my notifications on to always for Shade Room's posts. And the minute they post something, I jump over to see if it was something I was interested in commenting on, and then I comment. Then the next thing you know, everybody had to comment under my comment, so they would like my comment, some would respond to my comment, and then my comment would blow up. It had thousands of views. And then next thing you know, that would lead itself to people following me. But also, if the person or interest of the whoever they were talking about in the Shade Room jumped in, they will respond to my post as well, because it's one of the top posts. Now, this is a huge secret that nobody ever really talks about, and how important turning on notifications are. On TikTok gives subscribers a banner. I noticed Ms. Michelle comments, Tashi's comments, New Jersey's comments, Savannah's comments. I noticed all of my champions' comments first. If y'all notice, I speak immediately when they come in the room. When I see them, Sunny is one of them. Like, there's so many of my champions that jump on that I respond to them quicker because they've subscribed, and it allows you to know that. Even on YouTube, YouTube's memberships allow the same thing. So when I see my members pop on, I gotta bow down to my members, you know what I'm saying, and give my members reverence because they've gone above and beyond. But in those situations where you're trying to reach that Rihanna, now that you're in her top comments, when she goes live, you're the first one in her lives. Like, you do have to show up and be accountable if in fact you want to be noticed, if you want to be appreciated, if you want to have that dialogue. Now, after you've done this, you can get into a place where you say, hey, left you a DM, and they're going to look at it like, oh, this person who's been supporting me. Now, let me dial it back. When you follow and turn on notifications, that should give you the opportunity and the diligence to do a couple things. When they post a reel, you're responding. When they go post a story, you're responding and doing the polls or doing whatever, but you're also sharing their content, tagging them as you share it. That's one of the biggest social digital currency spins you can have. And they get excited when they see that you're supporting them. They're not paying you. You're not on the payroll, and they supporting you. Gus said, I support you because I love you, bro. That's what's up, man. I love you. We fam. So that's what, those are the things that will get you in the room. Now, when I say get you in the room, I mean get you an opportunity and a very high chance of a response with a DM. Now, I'm talking about Rihanna. Now, what about that other person that's actually not so high up in the influencer department? Maybe they got 20, 30, 40, 50,000 followers or fans. Those people are going to be paying more attention to their metrics and their comment section than anybody, because they're trying to build and they're trying to reach and learn their community. You'll be able to get in their DMs and get a response way quicker. I've done that with a couple people who were mid-level celebrities that I wanted to reach. And then there are some people, those people that respond and you're able to reach out to them, you need to know what your ask is. You need to know what you're giving, and more so that part. So when you're going into a situation and you're trying to create that connection, always go with your offer first. Hey, I've been meaning to da-da-da-da. I want to know, is there an opportunity that I can help with this? Or is there opportunity for anyone to do this for you? Or da-da-da-da-da. No charge. I just want to be a part of da-da-da-da. And maybe eventually down the road, it could lead to an awesome opportunity for both of us. Like, be up front and then place your offer out front. Be genuine. They feel like they know you a little bit because you've responded on their posts. And if you want to go a step further, right? You can respond to the people that they're not responding to in the audience if you're well versed in your people. Meaning this. So when I go on other social media influencers pages who are talking about marketing for social media. I look in the audience and they don't respond to everybody's comments. And so I respond to the people they don't respond to, and I become a champion to those people. And guess what they do? They follow me. They come over and they want to hear more about what I'm talking about. And now I'm a champion to them. And all those people, there's enough, understand that like there is no such thing as hoarding people in social media. We all are following some of the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like, are those same people following us back? Not in some instances, because a lot of us are following for the sake of following. We're following because we want to see other things that they do, but we don't want to engage with them. And there's a huge difference. And this conversation is mainly for those people who want to have a certain kind of engagement. So I'm just debating on having this conversation in front of a huge audience and helping them understand how to spend and use their social digital currency for a social media engagement on any social media platform with their people and persons of interest. What I said is I'm trying to teach them how to spend some SDC for an SME on any SMP with their POIs. I'll say it again, how to spend some SDC for an SME on any SMP with their POIs. Spend some social digital currency for a social media engagement on any social media platform with their people and persons of interest. Good morning, Ambro. Ambrosela. So that's, you know what I'm saying? So I want to get that conversation out. It's beneficial on every level if you're trying to have a business relationship, if you're just trying to have a regular relationship, build a friendship, or meet new people, or expand your network. I just really gave a small masterclass on how to do it. Now, is there more to it? Absolutely. There's, you got to dive in deep, you know what I mean? And maybe I'll do that. Maybe one day I'll do a I'll schedule it though. I'll schedule a masterclass. And I may end up doing the masterclass on YouTube. I think it'll be more beneficial to do it there and make it available for everybody to go back and watch it and use it and download it or clip it or do whatever people do when they hear some information that they want and need to hear over and over again. It's all in my book, but I'll preface it a little bit so that you can read the book later. But the conversation to initiate everything, I think, will be exciting enough for you to want to cop the book, but also dive in and take your time a little more seriously. Like, you're on here now, you're on social media. I want you guys to benefit from the time that you spend on here as much as possible. One of the cool things about TikTok and Instagram is when I go live, you guys have an opportunity to engage. Now, I'm telling you right now, I have a preconceived notion of who everybody is, especially on TikTok, based off of the conversation. I feel like a Tuffy's a whole vibe, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that you rocked out with me in other places, the way you support, you know what I'm saying, tells me a lot about you, bro. And so it's one of those things where it's like, yo, if we met in person, it'd be dapped up, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Be one of those things. And I've met plenty of my supporters out in public, and it's been super chill. I've always been able to cultivate a great group of people to mobilize and do things with, and to help spread and share the messages that we talk about. Of course, I met Savannah via our consultation, and she's a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? So Savannah's got a lot of energy, and you just kind of get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That should be your point and purpose when you get on these social media platforms, especially with somebody you enjoy engaging with. You know what I'm saying? Letitia and the way she shows up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many of you guys are so really, really dope. And I know, truly, I feel like, I feel as though most of you, I got a good beat on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a whole vibe. And if there was ever a moment where we were all in the room, you know what I'm saying, I think it'd be super dope. Tuffy says, this helps my depression. That's what's up. That's all I want to be is some kind of assistance. Use me for whatever you need, you know what I'm saying, in that regard. You know what I'm saying? If you need a ear, if you got a question, if you got some concerns, if there's something you want to get off your chest, all those kind of things are what we're here for. Yep, Donald, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely, Donald from his consultation, I definitely feel like Donald's a whole vibe, you know what I'm saying? Even though he should be listening a little bit more, that whole Usher thing, I don't know if I'm gonna let you live that one down yet. But yeah, those are opportunities. What's up, Zena? Yeah, I got on really late. Zena's joining on YouTube right now. I got on really late today. I'm actually about to check out so I can get prepared for the gym. I have not eaten anything at this point, and I just need to put something on my stomach so that and I'm not doing nothing heavy at the gym today. I think I'm just gonna run about 6 miles. 6 miles in less than an hour, just to get my body back tuned up. I'm probably gonna run today, run tomorrow, and then and chill out. What up, Miss Marini? What's going on? The mom of an amazing artist I had an opportunity to work with. That's what's up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Tuffy said, just someone to speak with and speaks the truth. Yeah, man. That's all. What else is there, right? Like, especially when there's so much untruth out there, who's gonna speak the truth? So maybe later we'll get back on, man, and we'll dive into the Kanye West conversation with Farrakhan coming to defend him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start. You know, I usually have a background, but I will say that on YouTube and on Instagram, my studio right now looks the dopest. Like I'm looking at TikTok. I got to figure out why TikTok doesn't give us that blurred effect, that depth of focus. But yeah, I don't know if y'all knew that Farrakhan has come out publicly chastising the Jewish community for their I guess punishing or sending down a judgment on Kanye West in this whole situation. So it's worth the conversation that we talk about what we need from our community when we stick our necks out on the line. And one of the biggest influences in the black community, which is Minister Farrakhan, has come out publicly, standing in front of Kanye West, letting them know, hey, y'all not going to do this to my brother. Yeah. So Teray says she got the final call. She's waiting to read the article. And I really, and we're going to talk about that too, Teray. Man, they got it figured out. Letitia said, yes, I was so happy to see that Farrakhan was one of the leaders that was with him. You have to love Louis Farrakhan. He is just the truth. Always wonder who that next true leader would be. Yeah. And we got to support that. You know what I'm saying? When everybody else has turned their back on Kanye West, you know, we stick together. You know what I mean? That's what I get for AOB for life, for sure. That's what I get from Farrakhan, is that we stick together. And the final call is what we need to really start. And I don't even read the final call, but conceptually, we need to get back to putting our words in print. We need a community newsletter. We need a community newsletter that can put everybody on point. There needs to be a newsletter written and printed and handed out in the hoods that says, this is what we're doing within the next year. This is what your responsibility is in this adjustment and change. You have been told. I mean, there's agenda, Amber, for anybody's, you know, everybody has a what's in it for me. Excuse me. But underneath it all, I understand what you're saying, but I look at it like this. You need the people who stand with you to be unafraid. And I look at the Minister Farrakhan, I look at the FOI, I look at the nation as unafraid. And the reason being is because all of their support does not lie here in the United States. It's global. Well, you have to use what's there. Like Farrakhan has been consistent in his feeling and approach. I'm responding to Amber over on Instagram right now, but he's been solid in his approach. What I do love mostly, like I said to Ray, is the ability to print the conversation so that you can take it and pass it to other people. Here, take this and read this. Here, take this and read this. But that's what needs to happen. I think we need to go back. I think that technology has failed us. And we don't know how to use it properly. And when we and if we think that there's any mobilization in it, we're dead wrong. With that in mind, I'm gonna bust it out. I learned a lot from Yep, and the NOI and the 5% is true story. So listen, man, I know y'all got here a little bit late, man. I'm gonna jump back on around 4:00. I'm a stick and move right now. This is a quickie, but you know what I'm saying? It was just a snack, y'all. I gave y'all a bite to eat, and we're gonna chop it up a little bit later. I am out. This is not goodbye, but to be continued. I be having to turn off like 3 or 4 things.